This isn't easy. I am an observer. I love to watch nature. Tiny seeds transforming into plants. I'm in awe. I love to look at the majestic sky at night and think of the great distances to these twinkling dots in the heavens. I am in awe. There are many things that put me in a state of awe, but awe does not describe faith and trust. I believe faith and trust is learned by experience. Things happen in our lives which can at times rattle our faith or strengthen it. Some examples. Before I retired, I was a nurse. One day, a woman came in complaining about wrist pain. Complain in this instant meant demanding. After seeing the doctor, I fit her with a wrist splint. She was not happy with it. I fit her with another one. She was not happy with that one. This went on for quite a while. I was frustrated, but I kept my cool. Actually, I felt a peace and calmness that I knew didn't come from me. She finally left with the splint, only to return a few hours later, saying that her other wrist was now painful. And I went through the business again of fitting her with a wrist splint. She wasn't happy with it, and this again went went on for a while, and then she left. Again, I was calm. The next day, she returned with a plant in her hand, and she handed it to me and said, "I know you don't know it, but yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of my son taking his life, and I was planning to take my own life. But you were so kind and patient to me that I changed my mind." In Philippians, it says, "Keep putting into practice all you have learned from me and heard from me and saw me doing, and the God of peace will be with you." Experience number 2. In 2003, my husband and I walked into this church for the first time. We, especially me, were broken people. We had left a church that was part of my husband's family for 4 generations. It was an old church that was stuck in the past and didn't want to change. And people got kind of nasty. So we left. If I had any faith at the time, it was probably in my sub-basement. Someone suggested, "Try Ascension." We did. And people were friendly and kind. We found another home and another church family. We also signed up to go to a mission trip to Honduras, which was a life changer. We worked at a home for homeless children. From that, I learned how to step out of my comfort zone and experience the love of God in a new way. My Spanish was kind of tricky. I knew how to say hello, hola, and take off all your clothes but your underwear in Spanish, because I was a nurse. And if I got the verb ending mixed up, I told the patients that I take off all my clothes but my underwear. Personal experience number 3. Obviously, I've had many experiences in my lifetime. This one is about one of our sons. One morning when I was about ready to leave for work, I found a note taped to our back storm door. The note stated that his marriage was a mess, and he had decided to take his own life. A God thing. I found him, got in the car, and I drove to Gerke's Corners, of all places, and I found his car there. He was a mess, but he hadn't killed himself. I brought him home, and my husband and I were able to help him. It was a period of intense pain and suffering for all of us. You know, no one talks about mental problems. There's a stigma about it. But I did. And I remember a woman coming up to me in church, and she thanked me because she said her son had tried it too. She was hurting, but was afraid to say anything because she was afraid of what people might think. No one can take away that kind of pain, but people in this place, Ascension, will walk with you and not judge. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. You know, everyone goes through stuff in life. Lots of good things, but there are a lot of challenges. But if you can hold on and find that one tiny grain of faith, you can get through them. Realize that the Lord might use other people to minister and help you. When you look back, you will see how God has always had a hand in your life. You grow in faith, and God will use you to help another. That's awesome. You, my friends, have taught me a lot about faith. I see Jesus in you. God bless all of you as you bless others with your life, your love, and your caring. I am 71 and a half. Born in Chicago, my dad sold Twinkies, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I've been married for 49 years to the Cookie Man. We have 2 sons. There's nothing special about me. I've put my foot in my mouth many times and made numerous mistakes in my life. They are part of the manure pile of my life. But God can grow faith from challenges and manure. I close. Psalm 25. Lord, teach me your ways. Show me how to live. Guide me with your truth and teach me, my God, my Savior. I trust you all day long. Lord, remember your mercy and the love that you have shown since long ago. Do not remember the sins and wrongdoings I did when I was young, but remember to love me always because you are good, Lord. The Lord is good and right. He points sinners to the right way. He shows those who are humble how to do right, and he teaches them his ways. All the Lord's ways are loving and true for those who follow his agreement. My eyes are always looking for the Lord to help. He will help me from any traps. Turn to me and have mercy on me, because I'm lonely and hurting. My troubles have grown larger. Free me from my problems. Look at my sufferings and troubles and take away my sins. My hope is in you, so may goodness and honesty guard me. Amen.